Hello, my name is Barbara Castillo. I am a dietetics student, and today I'll be talking about the actual effects of apple cider vinegar and if all those health claims that are very popular are actually true. So today I'll be talking about how apple cider vinegar, however you take it, raw, capsules, or gummies, and I want to talk about the actual evidence-based research that is behind all these very catchy health claims that are very, very popular that I feel like I see a lot on social media. And I'll finish out this presentation with my opinion and my conclusion on whether taking apple cider vinegar is actually effective for weight loss. So I'm sure you've probably seen a lot of online media and messaging around apple cider vinegar and how it helps with weight loss or weight management because ingesting apple cider vinegar can help you feel fuller longer, as well as claims that it helps with glucose and cholesterol and insulin levels. So here I have a little screen grab from what the health claims are for the Bragg apple cider vinegar capsules, and they claim that it slows down the rate of the absorption of carbohydrates, as well as it can help you control your appetite and manage weight gain. So let's investigate if any of those claims have any substance behind them. So, according to a systematic review done in 2021, they found that there was a significant favorable effect of apple cider vinegar consumption on fasting plasma glucose as well as blood lipid levels. And these participants, depending since it was a systematic review, they either consumed from 15 to 770 milliliters per day. And here they show those favorable effects on cholesterol and blood glucose. So, yes, there is a growing body of evidence of how apple cider vinegar consumption can impact your blood panel by improving your cholesterol and your blood glucose and impacting your insulin levels. However, from the research that I've done, a lot of these articles are actually pretty dated, like up to 20 years old. And it kind of shows how health trends go in and out of fashion, as well as I have a screen grab from a systematic review done in 2022, and what they found is actually approximately 47% of the articles that they reviewed had a high level of bias when it came to trying to prove how apple cider vinegar has beneficial effects on your health. However, there is little research and little to no long term studies that actually show a strong association between the consumption of apple cider vinegar and helping one improve their weight by helping with their weight management, as well as those long term studies don't show a strong association with how it helps with appetite suppression, as well as taking apple cider vinegar, especially if you take it raw, but either if you take it through capsules or gummies, especially if you have like a weaker GI, like if you have a condition like gastroparesis, it can actually make one's chronic condition worse. And especially if you take it raw without diluting it, it can actually impact the enamel of your teeth and weaken them, as well as hurt your throat because you're literally taking vinegar shots. As well as the research that I've done shows, yes, it may impact your insulin levels, especially if you're diabetic. However, it may impact them. Yes, it may lower them, it may increase them, and it makes it fluctuate. So it's one more thing that diabetics would have to be mindful of, especially if they want to take apple cider vinegar to help manage their weight. As well as taking high amounts of vinegar can actually affect your potassium levels. So, those are a lot of things to be mindful of that when I see a lot of catchy, grabby, attention grabbing things on social media that they don't give you the full story on. So, my personal opinion and my conclusion and takeaway from doing all this research is that I believe apple cider vinegar, especially in gummies or capsules, are not really worth your money, especially since they're so expensive. And I wanted to do this project because I've seen how popular all of the capsules and the gummies are now at the grocery store. And if you want to try it, by all means, but maybe do it raw, but have it be diluted and do 1 to 2 tablespoons and see if that works for you. But if not, I wouldn't be surprised. As well as, I think this is a fad, I think this is a trend, and I think it just feeds into people's insecurities and body dysmorphia and just all the unrealistic beauty standards that we have, especially for women, and all these catchy things of how you'll lose weight fast and it is an easy remedy for weight gain. And I just don't think any of that is true, and especially all these big companies are getting their paycheck from it because they're making you feel like you're not taking something that you should because there's something that's wrong with you. And I just don't think it's worth it. And personally, I wouldn't do it and I wouldn't take it. So if you want to try out the apple cider vinegar trend and if you want to see if it works for you, then I would recommend taking it 1 to 2 tablespoons with a glass of water to make sure it's diluted so it doesn't affect your teeth, and taking that with a very high carbohydrate meal. But I wouldn't waste my money on gummies because they're pretty expensive, and it also reduces the actual impact. And then a lot of capsules, a lot of gummies, they don't need to be regulated, so they might have a lot of filler ingredients, and you're just not going to get your money's worth. But just remember, if you are going to do it, make sure it's diluted. And I know there's a lot of testimonies of how apple cider vinegar and doing a certain diet has worked for a lot of people for weight loss and weight management, but maybe they were just more conscious of their diet. But if it was because of the apple cider vinegar and it worked for that person, that's great. And if you want to try it and you find that it works good for you, great. I'm happy for you. Here are all my references for today's video, and thank you for watching.